Hey guys, how's it going? Solo back with another daily update video. It is Monday, start of another trading week, and looking at the heat map here, not really off to a great start. Was a pretty rough day in the market. I think I saw some headlines watching the news during the day that the Dow Jones, I think, had its worst day, was on pace, I should say, for its worst day since June 11th. So a lot of red on the board, not a very good way to start the week, especially because this week is a big earnings week for a lot of big companies, a lot of S&P 500 companies. And today really just threw any price predictions and any technical analysis that I did over the weekend just, out the window because it didn't matter. Everything was selling off today. Just take a look. Amazon was flat, Apple was flat, and that's probably the best you could hope for because Google down almost 3%, also down on Facebook and Microsoft. AMD just squeaked it out by being 0.3% up, but it was pretty much red, or very flat, I should say, for the majority of the day. Although we did have a huge run up in the morning, and I was getting really excited about that because I thought my price targets were coming true. Nvidia down 3%, Intel, Qualcomm down 2%, even the Honey Badger was down 1.3%. But let's get right into it. Let's talk about my earnings plays on AMD, and then we'll talk about some of the earnings that happened today, or I should say are happening currently. We'll see what the trading is looking like after hours. But you can see on AMD, pre-market, we were already up 0.8%, which I was very happy about because I own 200 shares that I got assigned at 85. I have 2 covered calls at the 89 strike that are expiring this Friday. So I do want my shares to get called away. So I was really hoping for a huge run up this week, which we got up until about 10 a.m. within the first half an hour. I mean, look at it. Within the first half an hour of the market opening, we were up over 3%. I thought today was going to be a monster day for AMD, like one of those plus 4 or 5%ers. But then the market just dragged AMD down with it, and we went from up over 3% to down 1.2% just a little after noontime. And then we did rally for the next 3 hours. Basically, we are kind of flat to very slowly rallying after hours. I mean, we did close the day, like I said, up 0.3%. We're up another 0.3% after hours at about $82.45 right now. So can't really complain too much, but I will tell you why I can complain a little bit. And that's because the volatility today, the VIX, spiked a lot. The VIX was up to 33. Last week, it was kind of in the 27, 28, 29 range. And because of the huge sell-off today, VIX went up by a lot. And because VIX went up, it took option premiums up with it, which meant that it erased some of the gains that I had on my covered calls. So I'm still profitable, but just take a look at the 89 strike covered call right now. If I went to sell it, it's going for $1.58. I sold it for $2.50. So $2.50 minus $1.58. I'm only profitable by $92 right now. I'm up less than what I was up at the end of the day on Friday last week. Meaning end of day Friday, I was up, I think, about 56% or so on those options. Right now, I'm only up about 37%. And you might be thinking to yourself, well, that doesn't make sense because AMD was pretty much flat from Friday. So you had another day of trading, so you had more theta decay happen. So how did you actually lose money? And I put lose in quotation marks, meaning how are you making less money today than you were on Friday? And the reason is because of Vega or VIX. So because the VIX went up today, that increased the options premium values. So that's why I lost money, because volatility increased today. But I'm not worried about it, because in 4 trading days, if AMD does not get to $89 or higher, then I get to collect full max profit of $250 per contract times 2 contracts, so a total of $500 that I can make this week. And honestly, I am rooting for AMD to go above 89, because then not only do I get my shares called away, which I do want to happen right now, but I get to collect the full premium of $500, plus I get to collect stock appreciation of $4 a share because I was assigned the shares at 85. If I have to sell them off at 89, that's $4 a share. So that's $400 per contract times 2. That's $800 in stock appreciation, and another $500 in premium is what I could earn by the end of the day Friday. Like I said, I don't think AMD is going to get to 89. Let's take a look at the TradingView chart right now on AMD to check it out. And this is my technical analysis. And actually, it's very interesting because I drew this green trend line over the weekend. And if you saw my videos from the weekend, I was hoping that we rally above and close above the pink line, which is the 50-day moving average, which we did today. So I am happy about that. And the other interesting thing is it pretty much closed right on my trend line. So what I'm hoping for tomorrow is another green day, and I'm hoping for that we open and close above the 21-day moving average, which is at around $83. So I'm hoping tomorrow we close in a perfect scenario somewhere around here. I want to close above not only the 21-day moving average, but also this area of resistance right now at about $83 and some change. If we can close above here, I'll be really happy, and then I'll be more convinced that we're in a more of a uptrend right now. So that's kind of what I'm going for. That's what I'm hoping for happens tomorrow. I mean, intraday, we got all the way up to $85 with a low of about $80. You can see if I zoom in here, this $80 support looks like it held up because we bounced off it intraday and closed above it. So I'm hoping that we continue this uptrend, close above 83 tomorrow, and then the closer we get to 89, the better it is for me, because then even if my shares don't get called away next Monday, I can sell some more covered calls for really juicy premiums. Well, that was my trading day basically on AMD, and I did not open any positions. I did not close any positions. I'm just going to ride it out this week, especially because the market was so tenuous today. I thought about, should I open some cash secured puts again on AMD or Space, but I don't like what the market did today, and who knows if we'll have continuation tomorrow. So I said, no, I don't want to get assigned any more shares of stock right now until the market decides what it wants to do, especially with the election coming up. So I just held off, and like I said, my goal right now is to get out of my shares of AMD and lock in some profits along the way. Let's take a look at some of these tickers that I have options right now. I should say earnings right now. Of course, they have options. One of them is Chegg, CHGG. So let's see how that's doing. I'm assuming it's going to be green. Ooh, not green. I thought Chegg would do well because of the, the movement towards online education and stuff with colleges, but nope. Looks like Chegg is not doing so well. Let's see if they have the earnings up already. Q3 2020. So they actually beat earnings. The actual was 17 cents per share. They estimated 10 cents per share. But they must have had bad guidance or something because the market did not like that. It basically was flat all day. You can see we closed pretty much right at where we opened. And then after hours, we were actually down 5.4%. So Chegg is not looking so hot right now. Let's take a look at Alphabet, Google, basically. See how Google is doing. They also have earnings right now. Google got hit hard as we saw. Looks like after hours, they're super flat. Let's see what Google is doing, if that's a similar stock pattern. Yeah, flat as well. So I'm not sure if Google hasn't released earnings yet. It is just a little before 6 p.m. Eastern time. I believe they should have. Looks like they did. Underperforms Monday when compared to competitors. No, there's no news yet about their earnings. Yeah, they haven't. Maybe the numbers haven't come out yet. Maybe that's why we're so flat right now after hours. We'll take a look at it later on tonight or maybe tomorrow morning. The other ticker I was looking at, Hasbro. So Hasbro happened pre-market. So let's see what that happened. I'm assuming it's going to be big red just because, yeah, we opened red pre-market, sold off even more, and we're pretty much flat. But no other companies I was really looking at for earnings today. Tomorrow morning, before the market opens, we have BP, JetBlue, which I'm assuming is not going to be looking too good. 3M and Pfizer are probably some kind of healthcare plays. But the big story is AMD's earnings are tomorrow after close. So I'm going to be looking at that. And then on Wednesday, we have the big Navi GPU reveal. So hopefully that goes well for AMD. But that was really the trading day for today. I didn't really follow the market that much today, to be honest with you, because once I saw it was a very rough day, just kind of lost interest because I said, I wasn't going to make any positions, or I wasn't going to open any new positions. So I was just going to let my covered calls ride anyway. So I just sat back and relaxed and just let the market do whatever it was going to do. But hopefully you guys had a green day with covered calls, even though the market sold off. Let me know in the comments below if you played any earnings or if you're planning on playing earnings this week. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. And as always, happy trading.